Hi, everybody at home. This is Trent with Leo at Home. We are going to be learning how to be doing some drawing this week. And so we have a really wonderful thing that we want to show you. As always, we want to thank all of these amazing sponsors that we have, especially Williams International, for being the sponsor to all these really great things that we get to do at home with you. So this week, we're talking about the human body and alive. And a lot of times that comes with our bodies expressing emotions and being able to process those emotions as well. Today, what we want to do is learn some tips and some tricks to learn how to better draw our emotions on the faces that we might be drawing in our characters or in different things that we might be seeing. So I thought I would do a little quick tutorial about how to sort of see and map out those expressions with our eyes and our mouths when we go to drawing. So what you're going to be needing today, an eraser and a pencil of some kind. I have this handy dandy Illustrator pencil I really like, but you can use any pencil and any eraser that works well for you, and then a nice big piece of paper. Now, what I've drawn on here is a little chart. So we have 0% to 100% to 100%. What we're looking here is on our different emotions. So we have anything from starting out at no expression, moving this way towards sad and toward angry, and then this way toward happy and towards laughing. So then that way we can kind of see on a spectrum what our faces look like and how they compare when we're doing different faces that we'll be drawing. Okay, so we're going to start right here with no expression. You'll see that in this top box, because we're going to be moving through phases here today. In the top box, I have our circle that represents our face, and I have some lines here. The top line represents our eyebrow line. The bottom one represents the eyes. This one right here, the top line of the bottom lines, is going to represent where the mouth is, and then this is going to represent where either the bottom of the mouth potentially might be or where the chin might be. Okay, so that will be, as we'll start to see here, we can see that there's different arches and different arcs and things that will kind of help to express what we're trying to convey with the emotions that we feel and how our face represents it as well. So with no emotion, okay, what we're going to be doing here, as we can see, everything's flat. There's no change in the direction of our face. So what we're going to be doing, okay, is taking those lines and we're going to transfer them down here, okay? Very straight. Do the very best you can to draw a straight line. I'm not always very good about drawing the straightest of lines, and that's okay. Okay, this is more for about practice and for sketching. And then we're going to put in one eye here and one eye here, and we'll kind of put in a top line a little bit harder. That's going to represent the fact that there's not really any expression that's kind of going on here, okay? Same with the eyebrows. Nothing is really moving or really changing. We have a flat expression there. Going toward the mouth, this is the mouth line here. The lips would be just straight across, just like so, okay? All right, so we can see that no expression. We're at 0% expression, no expression, boom. That's what it will kind of look like. And then going down to a more realistic version here onto the face, we want to be able to see what that might look like as well. So we're going to transfer these lines again. Your eyes do line up with the very top point where your ear connects. That's where the corner of your eye is going to be on the face. All right, so I know that this is where my eyes are going to be. Okay, try to make them match as much as you possibly can. And then doing just a little subtle eyelid that's fairly flat. Okay, then here, this is where our mouth is going to be. Straight across. You could do a couple of lines in the corners here, representing that's where your the corners of your mouth are going to be. A couple little nostrils there. Perfect. And mine could probably be lifted up here. I really probably should have lifted this up a little bit higher here, but that's okay. You can always go back through. You can use your eraser to fix those kinds of things. In fact, I'm going to spread this mouth out a little bit more to make that look a little bit better. Bob Ross always said that there are never mistakes, only happy mistakes there for us to fix. Okay, So no expression. Perfect. Okay. So now let's move toward happy. Okay, so happy has a little bit of a slight arch in both of these. Let's kind of transfer that here. Okay. So for happy, draw our eyes on. And this is where the top of the eye. Okay. And now this is where the mouth line is going to kind of be there. And then, of course, the eyebrows. All right. Okay. Now bringing it down here, again, we want to all right. So we have the eyes here. Bringing in that arched upper eye there. If you want to bring down a little bit there. What I've also learned is that the bigger the expression is, the bigger the eyes tend to be. So if you want, when we go to that laughing part, you'll be able to see the difference there using our eyebrows. Perfect. All right, now bring it into the face. Okay. Perfect. All right, so when we compare these, we can look and take notice of how that expression really does look like it's at no expression. A slight little movement up on the mouth and kind of curving the eyes a little bit downward and opening them up makes them look a bit happier that way. Okay, now let's pop over here to laughing. So laughing is going to have a bit more of that expressiveness. So these ones have a really big arch. Let me make sure here. Bring that one down a little bit more. There we go. Okay. So this top one, and I know like when I laugh, I tend to like close my eyes because I'm laughing really, really hard. So you can do the same thing. You can follow that same little line to be able to see that. And then we can draw our mouth being open. As the bigger our expressions get, either being more happy or more sad or more angry, especially to that angry side, our mouths tend to open up. Just like so. So I know I can imagine someone laughing and looking like that as well. So let's bring it down here to our face. Okay. Okay. Now, what's really nice about this process is that it lets you practice a little bit before you get to your actual image. So if this is what's on your paper that you're wanting to have be like your artwork or your drawing for the day, it's really helpful to be able to practice it out a little bit beforehand and make sure you have the right expressions that you're looking for. All right, so far we got our expressions here. We got our happy, our laughing, our no expression. Now we're gonna move toward the negativity side, right? So that being said, sometimes, we do experience our negative emotions, especially right now when we're constantly being separated from our friends, wanting to go out and do things that we used to be able to do. Maybe this is a great time for you to be sketching in your sketchbook, maybe some self-portraits, maybe put those things in and kind of see how you're feeling. So with sadness, with the negative emotions, things tend to want to scrunch up into the face. Things are kind of, the energy is not going out and positive. It's sort of being in, and it's that negativity. It's sort of being sucked in, right? So as you can see, our little lines start to look like this, right? Whoops. I'm telling you, the best thing you can possibly do for yourself in drawing, if not in life, is make mistakes. And what's great is that we do have erasers in drawing, so we can go back through and really fix the things that we want to. Okay, so have our little rough lines right there. Okay, so we can see starting here with the eyes. That expression, right? Okay. Now, what I do also know about our eyebrows when we are looking at making things sad, this is one that we're going to kind of deviate a little bit from and make them arch on the outside like this. So try doing that at home and see how that works for you. Of course, we have to follow our sad lines, right? Okay. So now we have our face that looks a little bit more sad that way. All right. Going down here. Whoops. All right, so now we have our sad face here. All right, let me adjust my pencil really quick. And then going off to angry. Now, angry has this expression where it really wants to sort of scrunch all of that face and all those little pieces of the face in together. And in this way, okay. All right, so starting off here with our eyes. Things really taking that dramatic turn, right? Where we see those angry eyebrows. And if you want to make them even more dramatic, you can. Totally up to you, but kind of following that same arc there, right? Now, looking at this, we have the face. Remember what I said before, on this side, things tend to get bigger as we experience more extreme emotions that way on the face. All right, so we have our anger in that side. Now let's go this way. Whoops. Now, I know when I'm drawing, I do a lot of erasing, a lot of trying to find just the right lines that I need. And I bet you'll find that that's helpful for you too. All right, here we go. There is a little muscle in our eyebrows that when we start to scrunch in the face, it starts to kind of curl, and you can draw that like that. I'm also coloring in, you'll notice like I darkened in on the sides here of our smile because your teeth don't match up exactly with your lips and how big they go. And they curve back into the skull itself. All right, so draw our little nose on here. And check that out. We have a few different options that we have to be able to express how we're feeling and how we are able to express that in our drawing. So try these steps out. See what you can find to be able to help you be able to do that. And I'd love to see your drawings to see what kinds of things you produce and see what kind of different emotions you're able to convey on the paper. Thanks again so much for following us here at Leo at Home, and we hope that you come back to us. And thanks again to Williams International for sponsoring us today.